in Cary. But let's focus in on Group C, Solo FC, and the person for whom it is named after, none other than legendary U.S. Women's National Team goalie, Hope Solo. She joins us now here on Fútbol Americas. Hope, great to have you on the show. Let's start off first things first, because anytime we got somebody kind of pseudo coming out of retirement, it's the first question we have to ask. How's the body? How are we feeling? Where are we at?
God. Ooh, help me, Lord, help me. It felt like I pulled both groins. I've been out there striking balls, working on my first touch, obviously getting in shape physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. Just making sure that, I wouldn't say coming out of retirement. I'm not going back to a professional team. I'm not going back to the international level, but this tournament is real and there's quality players. And I don't want to let myself down, my family down, my team down, my fans down. So I am busting it right now. But man, it's been 10 long years. And I walked off the field, felt like I pulled two groins and my entire armpit lat area. Whew, I've been icing, but I'm mending well, and I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. It's a family affair, the training, so it's fun. Um, I'm excited. I mean, I have no idea if I'm going to get my speed back. I feel pretty powerful. My first touch is good. I'm just hoping that my lateral quickness will follow.
Hey, tell me a little bit about this training, a family affair. I want to know more about that.
This whole project has been a family affair. Um, we really, after leaving the game, we tucked ourselves here in the woods and the mountains, really focused on raising our kids and our family. The pandemic hit. There was little travel for me. The work, that I had, my podcast, everything was nothing I was really passionate about. And so when this opportunity came to me, I knew my family had to be all in. My husband's watching the kids all the time while I'm training, taking calls from players internationally. Um, so it is a family affair, but we're having fun doing it. We get to wake up early, we get to go to the dojo and work out and lift weights, and then we go to the fields and we strike balls, and the kids get to see me train. They've never seen that commitment. So it really is a family affair, and everybody is 100% in. So I feel like this is a huge blessing to return to the game in my way, with my own team, with the ability to do something different in creating this team that we are designing. It's the way to come back to the game, and I'm excited. I'm excited to just have fun. Yes, it's going to feel like the World Cup. Everybody tells me that it feels like the World Cup, um, but I just want to make sure that I have a smile on my face. I can laugh at myself, but I can also be intense and lead my team. So I really just want to feel the joy of the game during this 4-day tournament.
Oh, you're saying you're training because you're making a comeback here to play.
And striking balls.
I assume that means in goal. Are you playing on the field? Are you playing in goal? Because this is what I'm thinking. The world's best female goalkeeper ever in a smaller goal. I mean,
yeah, you're not scoring on Hope Solo
if the speed's not there,
in a goal
the
that's,
reflexes,
6.5 feet
exactly.
tall?
What's going on here? What are you training for?
I am training to participate. When the game comes down, this is a different type of tournament. Obviously, you guys know this is my first time. I 7v7. The on the fly subs. The smaller goals, yes, but when you start taking players off, the goalkeepers are going to become a huge impact in the game.
Very true.
And they have to be fit. I have to support my offensive players higher up on the field. I'm going to have a good first touch, get the ball out of my feet quickly, keep the ball moving. So I have to be very comfortable with the ball. I'm not striking long balls. I'm not working on my drop kicks and distribution, which is great. Less for me to work on right now. But yeah, I have to be fit and ready. I'm going to be playing high when the game, towards the end of the game. But at the same time, this whole project for me was to create opportunities for other players. This tournament is the one, this tournament and John Muger is really the ones who created this opportunity for players all around the world. And so now my job is to find those players who can really benefit from this tournament. So it is a challenge because what we are doing has never been done. We are finding players from all parts of our country, every corner of our country domestically, from all levels of the game, international players. We are still struggling with visas. I had this great player from Malawi, from South Africa as well. But we've hit a lot of bumps with visas and things like that. But at the end of the day, we don't know one another. We've never trained together. So the challenge for us is to build this team virtually, lots of meetings, and to pick the players that are going to contribute to really the feel and the state of my team, which is players with a chip on their shoulder, players that need that extra opportunity and belief in them, players who have something to prove, and players who are playing for something bigger than the game itself. To perhaps just to, you know, to help their communities, to eat, to survive. So these are the players that I'm bringing on my team. And I believe in them. And it might be a little un poco loco, a little bit crazy to believe that we can absolutely win this tournament. But I guess we are a little bit crazy because my players and the players that we chose really intend to do something special in this 4-day tournament without knowing one another, without training together.
I love the international recruiting vibe for
I love
Solo
the chip
FC.
on the shoulder talk.
Yep, very good. It's going to be very interesting when we get to early June there in Cary, North Carolina. I got to ask you, Hope, because you might have teased it there. I was looking back at some of your kind of ancient records from the high school days. It was at Richland High School.
Oh,
I
forward
think so.
play?
Yeah, people think of Hope as a goalie.
That's right.
Do I have this right? You scored 109 goals in high
Yeah,
school?
the state record, you guys.
So maybe some goalie, but I'm expecting you to be playing some striker here in Cary as well, correct?
Well, let me tell you, there are a lot of high expectations for me coming out of retirement after 10 years. But I think the highest expectation should be that we are going to field a badass team, kick-ass women who want to win, who will put on a show, who will look good doing, who will look good doing it, who will be fit, who will be strong, who will support one another. So we will be there, looking good, playing good. At the end of the day, we intend to win. Will I play for it? The initial idea was like, oh, I don't have to go diving on this bum shoulder. I'm going to go back on the field, But when I watched footage, when I watched last year's, championship game, I thought running would be easier. I thought playing on the field would be a lot easier for me to train for, just from the impact of diving. But I know that I can contribute more in the goal, even with my leadership and my organization skills. Keep in mind, I have a fantastic goalkeeper from Panama, one of the best CONCACAF goalkeepers, Yeneth Bailey, who is a player who needs opportunity and is dying to prove herself and needs more opportunity and more competition. So I have a fantastic goalkeeper who will also really, I think, intimidate players. Every time you've watched a CONCACAF game when Panama plays the United States, Yeneth shows up to play. So I do believe she'll be making big saves and a big impact on the game as well.
I was going to say, that's a huge pull. For those that don't know, CONCACAF women's soccer, Yeneth Bailey is a really good goalie. And to Hope's point, has done it against the U.S. If you're a U.S. women's national team, you've definitely seen this player. I can't believe that's your goalie. That's a big pull, isn't it?
That's a massive pull. And you mentioned the U.S. National team, the women. Hope, you said you want to win this tournament. If you have any hopes of winning this tournament, you might have to go through the defending champions, the U.S. women. Have you circled that game in your calendar in the future? And what do you think it's going to be like for you?
We hope to see them in the championship. Absolutely. What we are doing is almost impossible. I know Heather O'Reilly's team is training. I know many of these teams that are entering the tournament are training weekly, almost daily, getting ready for the intensity of TST. And we simply do not have, scheduling wise and even financial wise in our budget to really set these camps from players who are international players and from all parts of our country. It's just not feasible. So yes, we've studied film. We are doing things differently. We are sending players film. We are talking about our expectations. We're sending them fitness. And we're really going to come together as a team virtually. And then we're going to meet. I can't wait to that day. All my players land in North Carolina. We have our first meeting, our first training at the hotel. I honestly think that's going to be the moment where I just shed tears being like, somehow it all came together. You know, this fantastic dream of bringing players together, seeing them finally ready to play and in the same hotel. I mean, it's going to blow me away that we actually got this done, and that's just devising the team. So yes, we've watched footage. You know, I'm aware of Heather O'Reilly's and her team's tactics. I'm not really concerned with. Obviously, they have a high quality players, of course. But I don't really think there's any player that's better than my players that I have. So when you look paper to paper, I'm very confident in what we have.
Let's go. I cannot wait to see Solo FC on the field in Cary, North Carolina. And whether it's in goal or up top, I cannot wait to see Hope Solo back on a pitch. Hope, great to have you with us here on Fútbol Americas, and we'll see you at the beginning of June down in North Carolina.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me. See you all soon.